In fact, I had this crisis in '98, the Asian financial crisis. When things are bad, when business slow, business cash flow problems start popping up. If you are stagnant in your business right now, your sales and revenue aren't growing, and your people are leaving you. So really, you have to push yourself beyond. But again, you cannot do this yourself. That's where you need a community of people around you. I started Divergent because I have met a lot of entrepreneurs and business people over the past 10 years. So it's repeating again and again. So most of them keep saying that they cannot find talent, cannot find cash flow, they cannot finance a business. This thing always keep popping up. Then they don't know what to do, they're always lost and they cannot continue or just lost direction. Sometimes it's just like they just need someone to just listen and someone to really help them to really get clarity and someone really putting heart and soul, putting some time just listening to them. So that actually can help them. So with that thing in mind, right, so that actually I wanted to start the Entrepreneur Academy just for one purpose. It's just to help entrepreneurs to really help them to really find direction, get clarity, and really have people around them to always push them to the next stage. So you need to find a mentor, you need to find a community. In this way, you'll find direction and you get clarity of where you are heading. That's why I've been wanting to find someone to really do this with me, that has that passion, that really when you look at a person, you know that he is the right person that always wanted to do this as well. So it happened I met Adeline in another networking event. So we had some conversation on the phone, I think quite late at night, I think it was 10, 11 o'clock. So that's when we started, and she also had this idea to restart this thing up. So it's like something strikes me up in a sense whereby, hey, this person is the person I think is a good partner to work, and she is a person quite complement to where I am, meaning that she actually pushes me in certain angles also. Because she is excited and she takes action really fast. And that's the person that I always like to work with. And not a person I just say and do nothing about it. So we took action very fast, and that sinks well with me in a sense. So I wanted to find someone really that can really take action very fast. So when I had that discussion, I think a couple of days later, we registered the company. And guess what? We started our first training program for kids. So we started the event, not only one, we started 2 courses. Then we got speakers to come on board. Then in my mind I always have Liang, because Liang to me is a very steady and very seasoned entrepreneur. His mind is really beyond what most entrepreneurs are today. So it's unlike most entrepreneurs I have met. He shows signs of hunger. He also shares insights on things whereby I cannot see as well. And most importantly, he has certain intellect and vision that where we are heading. So that's why I asked him to just be a speaker to come on board for our event. But during the event, something happened. When he started coming in, then I can see that he's also very passionate in what he's doing. Initially, he's just supposed to just come in for 1 hour and leave. But guess what? He came in for the whole day, and really, I can really see that he just gelled so well with us. And I know that's the person that I want to work with. And that's where we are. 3 of us landed where we are today. So I'm happy where we are heading, and I think we have a lot more to go. But my whole idea is to be community. A lot of skill sets, competencies in this area like training, consulting, coaching, mentoring. So these 4 of them is actually an ecosystem of people that can actually facilitate the entire flow of entrepreneurs from where they perceive the idea to where they can get success in business. So the vision is to have Divergent Entrepreneur Academy, and that's where it's born. That is to give them that place whereby they can come together to motivate each other, to inspire and really push them to the next level. If I were to say all the failures, I think you'll go days and days and days. Because over 30 years, the number of failure that you have gone through is a lot. So every lesson that I've learned is something that give me and strengthen me over the years. But one of the most important thing that is important is that people. So people, getting the right people on board on the same bus or in the ship is very important, because that's where you have people aligned together with the same goal on the same ship, moving the same direction. You can go a lot further. So over the years, in fact, I had this crisis in 98, the Asian financial crisis, when things are bad, when business slow, business cash flow problems start popping up, and that's when you see even the strongest friends will break down because they also needed to support their family. Yeah, but however, I can understand that because not everybody is like you. That's why it's important to find people that have the same goal and same direction you're heading in achieving something that what they personally is important to them as well. So getting the right people is key that has aligned goals where you're heading. And next is of course having cash flow problem. In fact, most entrepreneurs face mainly two problems: talent and cash flow. So with talent, the biggest problem is very clear in every SME. So what I have decided to build there is to build schools. If you cannot find them, build them. That's where the school has started. We started IT school. We also built collaborator schools in Malaysia, JB and Kuala Lumpur. That's where we are at, and that supply us a lot of manpower then. And that's also where I also draw manpower into Singapore. So the ecosystem of having talent is resolved. And also in Singapore where we are, having the right people to work in company is one, but the other is also having the right people to collaborate together. The ecosystem matters as well. That means you need to form up the school, you need to form up the consulting portion of it, the mentoring portion of it, and also coaching. So you need to see them as an ecosystem that can drive and build the entire business together. So where I'm going with this is you need to find right people. If you cannot find right people, then you build the people out. And the best place to find collaborators and partners will be in business networking. There will be places like BNI, EGN, EO, JCI. Yeah, so there are a lot of this, but sometimes some resonate well with you and some don't. Yeah, so that's when you have to really open up your mind and take out time and really explore each of them. And knowing the fact that what may not work previously may work today. So don't just have that block in your mind, meaning that I tried it 5 years ago, failed, it may be better today. Yeah. So don't be closed to opportunity, be open and always try new things. So even things like businesses, opportunities, just go and explore. Because whenever you open up one door, 3 or 4 doors are opening up again. Yeah. So be always willing to explore, try. It's not about making money, it's getting more doors. When you open more doors will open up, then you'll reach there faster. So over the years, in fact, I'm consistently over 33 years, I built my skills and competency very consistently. Every year, I focus on only one skill. Only one skill. So over 33 years, I have 33 skills. I have skills from accounting to business management to HR to even I have employment agency license, cybersecurity license, and I'm also certified. Yeah, so in almost every field I've covered. Even I'm a coach, I'm a trainer, they're all certified and licensed to run in Singapore. So I'm setting my standard very, very high. So I want to really understand and really help people. Yeah, because only when you are there, then you can help more people. Otherwise, sometimes most people they cannot see where it is. But if you could, when you give them a very clear picture, right, then they can envision how the pathway and also where the goal can be. Next plan, Divergent, is really to build a community. We want to build a bigger communities and we want people to join us, to really be part of us, to really spread the gospel in getting and helping more entrepreneurs to group together and get out of Singapore to expand regionally and globally together. Where I'm heading is, I find entrepreneurs and business in Malaysia, they are a very hungry lot of people. For some reason, beside the hungry people in Singapore, the business people are hungry, and I find I also gel very well with Malaysian business people because they are equally hungry as well. So my approach in the next 5 years is to spend more time in Malaysia, seek out the hungry Malaysian companies to work with them and bring them to Singapore to start up a company, a joint venture, so that they can spring up together there. Yeah. So in this way, because Malaysia don't have the access, because Malaysia, the best combination is Singapore and Malaysia. Singapore, we have good brandings, we have good government. However, Malaysia, you have a lot of talent, you have a lot of space. So putting them together, that's when you can grow. Singapore cannot go out because we don't have land, we don't have a lot of vast talent. So we are very limited. So we must not just think about we going out, we need to partner with our neighbor so that we can venture out. And surprisingly, the best place to start out with is Indonesia, because Indonesia is one of the populous and fast growing population in Asia. I will feel that will be the easiest. we will normally spend more time in Malaysia and partner the right people. Because even in BNI, we have a lot of a region that we can connect with. Over the years, I have spent quite a fair bit building a lot of relationship with many business people over there. So really to identify opportunities that we can connect with Singapore company and expand out. Come and join us, be part of us to work with Malaysian companies, build a HQ in Singapore and expand beyond Singapore. Then our first stop going to be Indonesia. So come and join us so we can grow together, scale together and really build a better place for us. If you are stagnant in your business right now, your sales and revenue aren't growing and your people are leaving you and you're hiring people again and that look seem to be infinite, and the pain that you go through, you feel that as an entrepreneur you also suck in doing back to work again, then you are facing this problem again and again and again for years and you really don't know what to do. Where we are offering you is a place with us. We as a community builder, we build community together so that we can think together. We don't have the solution for you, but collectively if we have people coming together, brainstorm, work with government agency, work with more network, get more people in together, I'm sure we are able to find a solution to grow, scale and expand our network beyond the shores of Singapore. And one important thing that I personally feel and I think every entrepreneur should spend a lot of time learning. One important attribute and one important skill that every entrepreneur should have is to have the ability to learn fast. Because in today's context, you cannot afford to take a 2-3 years time off to study. By the time you study, you're already behind time. And now we are in an era whereby we're moving so fast. The only way you can learn is to really adopt, learn, apply, try, share and go. So with AI coming into play right now, you really have to change your mind beyond that. You cannot go for a course 3 months, 6 months, it will never end. Now you really have to so-called learn how to learn is one kind of framework in the mind. You are always hungry, you are always curious, you always want to know more and you want to be learning faster than anybody else. So where these things will be heading is learning how to learn fast is actually adopt the kind of curiosity mindset. When you have a problem that you want to solve, you really have to really find out a lot more. These days, you no longer talk about Google, search engine, anything. It's beyond. You can ask AI. If you frame it in the right way, frame the question correctly, there are solutions that can be developed and provided to you for your own analysis. And most importantly, once the solution is out, you can ask AI to come up a framework for you, and that sets the mind how you can move forward. And you can just ask a lot of questions. So just imagine it's a totally different world together. There's nothing that you don't need to learn. You don't need to learn advance and really wait until the right time to apply. When the problem arises, frame the question, define the problem clearly, and you will be able to generate solutions. And try all the solutions, feedback, tests, keep on refining until you get the right solution. And most importantly, if we're talking about fast, you really need to be hungry. And how do you get hunger? Hunger comes from pain. The pain is when you have to learn to accept being uncomfortable, and you have to be comfortable in a very uncomfortable position always. And you must be happy about it. Okay, you're seeking pain, but yet you're embracing pain at the same time, and that's when you can really grow. There's no pain, there's no gain. So that's when you really have to adopt a totally mindset. You cannot be too comfortable waiting for things to happen or waiting for the right thing to happen. You really take that bold step with the right people together, pushing you, cheering you on, and that's when you can really move to the next level, the next stage, and really bring yourself totally to a new world. And that will be the world that you'll be embraced and really feel joy in having. I think that is something natural happening because as we progress, other people are also progressing, right? So we really have to progress much faster. So we have to really learn faster, try faster, fail faster, and that's when we can get a better result. But again, is to have that mindset of being curious always and knowing the fact that if you don't progress, people will just overtake you, and that must be something that you fear a lot. Yeah, you must really fear the pain. Yeah, then you can scale yourself to the next level. If you're just complacent and just happy and just comfortable, guess what? You will have people just passing by you, waving you, and there's nothing you can do. So really you have to push yourself beyond. But again, you cannot do this yourself. That's when you need a community of people around you. You need people that cheer you on, you need people to push you, you need people to stimulate you, you need people to wag you and wake you up, shake you up. And that's where we come in. And that's where Convergent is all about. Convergent is about having a community of people that can really bring you to the next level. That is where Divergent is all about. It's bringing people together, excite them, inspire them, motivate them, push them to the next level. So join us, be part of us. We don't just build a community for you just to meet and talk and network, but we're going to really give value to you. We're going to find opportunity for you because we are together. When we put people of like-minded and with that kind of strength, I think that's where it matters the most, and that's when we can really expand beyond shores of Singapore. We can go beyond further. I think in your furthest mind, you never imagine that one day you can go Australia, you can go Europe, you can go anywhere in the world. Don't restrict yourself to just Singapore and Malaysia. Think beyond. The world is global. It's no longer local or regional, it's global. So be part of us. Let's enjoy the whole journey together.